Welcome back,
Got
everyone. So you have just defeated a couple of mating bullets. Rude, to be honest, but warranted. After the battle, your wyverns took to one of the corpses of the bullet and started tearing into its flesh and gorging themselves on the abundant meat. You all got pretty wounded with the exception of Wren throughout this battle. What would you like to do while your wyverns feast?
Cut up the other one.
Yep.
Take some to go.
Yep, who's going to do that?
Probably
Not Brielle.
Wren will cut up things while Rhowan points out what to cut up.
me. There we go.
All right. I think, as usual, what I'll do is I'll get a survival check from Rhowan then, and a sleight of hand from Wren.
Sounds good.
Nice. Off to a good start.
Perfect.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Wait. A 16.
Okay.
Oh,
16 is going to save you a little bit there. So
I thought we were gathering valuable parts to give to Airy first. I got a little confused.
Mhm.
I think Rhowan, what happens is he overestimates the amount of flesh on the belly of these things, and as he directs Wren, she starts slicing into it, and she slices into some internal organ, and immediately the smell of
Oh God.
mostly digested material just wafts out.
I don't
filling
think
the
that was
surrounding
it.
area with potent fecal matter smell. However, Wren pulls back quickly enough to prevent the organ from splitting open completely and everything pouring out and spoiling the meat, forcing her to readjust and Rhowan to have to refocus. Let me get a second survival check from Rhowan. You're not wrong, Proxima. She's right in the hot dog zone. Yeah, having recalibrated your expectations, you're able to move away from the belly completely for a time and focus in on larger muscle groups and get some dense meat steaks off of different parts of it. Your wyverns, as you're doing this, seem to quickly devolve into fighting over choice pieces of meat, and what you see is, instead of a typical fight where they actually claw or bite at each other, that they're all rapidly trying to get their tails in the other's mouth. You're also noticing that there is a thick black toxin just dripping out of their tails every now and then as they're doing this, trying to spray their venom in each other's mouths.
Oh no.
Oh boy.
Brielle's probably trying to get them to stop. Like, if you have like dogs that are play fighting and you don't know that they're play fighting, she's just like, stop it.
Sylra's just gonna walk away. Get some space from them. She doesn't want to die because of some wyverns.
Okay, a couple of things. I will want an animal handling check from Brielle and Cheryl. Can I get? Well, actually, first of all, do you have the map up?
I do not.
Here, let
You,
me share it
unlike
again.
me, have inspiration.
Yeah. But do I want to use it on that?
That's a good question.
You might end up with wyvern poison on
Yeah, I'm thinking I might.
you. I don't know how potent theirs is, though.
10.
Battle.
Oh, the stat block says it's potent enough.
Yeah, it didn't lose any of its potency for them being young.
How do I open their stat block?
I'm assuming you will. I mean, Wren is cutting the meat. Rowan's with her, so you're all kind of in there. Sylra, I assume, would have been in here with them, at least initially. So I guess my question is, what direction is Sylra walking away in?
Let's say this one.
Okay. And is that as far as you're going, or are you kind of like, is that just the direction you're going in? You're trying to get away from this kind of whole scenario?
That's as far as she's wanting to go, unless it gets more out of hand.
Fair enough. Okay, so then you can go to here without it being an issue, but then this sort of crest of a hill would prevent you. You'd have to start going north or south from there to go further.
For reference, since you weren't here, we came from the north past the trees.
Yes, yeah, you were coming south down the mountainside. Brielle, with a 10 on your animal handling, you are in no way qualified to stop them from fighting with each other. In fact, as this process is going on and you're trying to get in between them, at least one, you're not sure which one, but one of the tails comes up towards you and a little venom is squirted towards your mouth. Make a dex save for me.
Oh no!
Oh, okay.
Remember, you can eat venom unless you have an ulcer. You'll be fine.
7.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna need a con save as well, please. And
Okay. 16.
All right, that'll get you there. Yeah, it squirts a little bit of venom in your mouth, and it just tastes awful. You manage to not really swallow it, but you can feel it sort of stinging at you've never been so aware of the blood vessels in your mouth as you are right now, as like a tiny bit of venom gets into each one. Not enough to really harm you, but you're just like retching, and like your whole mouth feels numb. It's a really unpleasant experience, and you can see now why they're spraying it in each other's mouths to get them off of the meat. What next, guys?
So, like, what point of the process is this happening? You said it was after they had fed.
They've been feeding. Basically, they all kind of picked a point, started chewing into it, and as they all sort of converged on what I guess to them is a choice part that they all desire, they devolved into fighting.
I just want to note, is Wren like still in the midst of cutting through something? Like
there is so much meat on the bulette, you could perceivably be carving flesh off it for the next 4 hours.
Do I have a decent amount at this point that they start fighting? Because I'm trying to determine if I'm going to stop and deal with them, or if I'm like, no, I just started.
Absolutely. Yeah, you've got like 6 pounds of meat at the moment.
They went through 8 pretty quick. But I think seeing that, and Brielle starts retching, he said? Like,
yep. I think we, yeah.
Okay.
And like she's just like drooling like blackened saliva out of her mouth.
I'm going to take some of them. Oh, go ahead.
That's it. Are you okay? Break it up. Break it up. All right.
I'm gonna
Go ahead, Wren.
I'm gonna take some of the meat and go over to mine. Probably a decent part of it. If they're fighting over the meat, she's going to take a decent chunk of this meat that she just harvested, and she's going to like give a sharp whistle at the one that is hers, and she's going to hold it up and try to bring it away from the other wyverns that it's fighting with.
All right, so animal handling check from Rhowan and animal handling check from Wren with advantage because she's holding meat.
Who did that to Auntie Brielle? That was very not nice.
Yeah, Rhowan, you seem to get in the middle of them in a way that really drives them back. Whether it's just your imposing figure at that moment, or the fact that they, respond to your tone of voice, or whatever it is. For whatever reason, they all seem to separate as you move in. Wren, your wyvern, having pulled away from fighting the others, sees the meat you're holding and jumps at the sound of your whistle, sort of moving into like a sort of a glide or like a haphazard sort of flap, and gets over to you and latching on your arm starts chomping on that meat.
So it's on my arm. She's going to take her shawl and she's going to kind of wrap it around them so that it's just kind of encouraged to stay on her. It's not like restrained there. It could easily climb out, but she's going to do that. And
Rhowan, remind me what your passive is.
21 for perception.
Yeah. Yeah, you can see now that the thing they were fighting over was the open chest cavity and the exposed heart.
Well, we've got 2 of those. I'll try and usher mine over to the other bulette. I'm like, look, there you go. There you go.
Yeah, it doesn't quite grasp the concept, I think, even with your 18 animal handling, and it just kind of immediately focuses in on the heart that it can actually see. Is there anything else you want to try to do there?
We'll try and I imagine it's quite large for this creature.
Yeah, it's a sizable heart, yeah.
We'll see if I can just get it out of there and cut it in half and give half of it to each one.
Yeah, no check needed. Absolutely. You rip that heart out of there and cutting it in half, you throw part to each of the remaining wyverns and they leap on it instantly and start chomping at it. Yeah, but they seem content and have stopped fighting for the time being. There's still a bullet to carve. You're all still pretty worn out from the fight. Is there anything else you guys want to do, or just gonna continue carving some meat?
Well, just makes it. Hey, Wren, let's make sure we get the heart from that other bulette. They really liked it. That's what they were fighting over in the first one. High value treat right there.
Yes, maybe we keep that for when it's really necessary, when they start spraying that stuff around again, perhaps. She's gonna look over at Brielle and just like, other than that being unpleasant, did coming into contact with that hurt you at all?
My mouth's a little stinging, but I think I'm okay.
It's not going to cause us any harm unless we ingest it, perhaps?
Yeah, I wouldn't recommend drinking it.
That's good advice.
But maybe we should take some so other people can drink it if they need to at some point. This is Brielle trying to be an evil mastermind.
I think we'll probably have a lot of it on demand, you know.
Yeah.
All right, well, it seems like perhaps we should just be careful next time we're feeding them all together.
Yeah.
Maybe take them away from each other.
And be careful to not let them fight anyone else either. I'll be honest, I'm a little bit concerned about taking them into the heart of the mountain with all of the children around.
Really anywhere. Cities, that might be bad. I think, yeah.
I think once we get them trained up a little bit, it'll be all right.
I don't think other people would really like that though either. She says from far away.
Sylra standing like 30 feet away.
Sylra says, "It's me. I'm other people."
You guys want help carving the rest of it?
That might be nice, yeah.
I'll try.
I think Wren will kind of show Brielle some of the parts that she'll like kind of give her one end to cut up while she goes to the other so that their wyverns don't start fighting each other.
Yeah, Brielle, give me a sleight of hand, please.
I'm so good at those.
I know.
Let me butcher this thing. 12.
Yeah, your style of cutting up this meat is a little bit more hacking at it, but you still get chunks of meat. Nothing you'd serve in a restaurant, but your wyverns certainly don't care about that. But yeah, between the two of you over the next half hour or so, you're able to collect a good 25-30 pounds of meat.
Sylra, come here.
Hard to tell exactly without a scale on hand, but in that neighborhood for sure.
Does Wren actually say that to her?
Yeah, she's like trying to load Sylra up with this meat in the bag of holding.
She'll just throw the bag towards you guys.
Very least, in the bag of holding, you know this stuff won't rot. So
It's like a vacuum sealed meat.
yep. It literally is a vacuum. Like it's going into a plane with nothing else.
Nice. All right. Well, she'll do that, and then she'll be like, "Do you want this back?"
Yeah, I'll take it back. She'll go like 5 steps, 10 steps forward.
Yeah.
Also, if we have time, it's no big rush. But we have. I snuck something in your bag. There was a magical hammer from that last fight with the blue terror that I placed in your bag. I think it belonged to the Durgar. I don't know if it does anything special, but if you seem to have a good eye for looking over magical items, so I don't think any of us will use it, but we could sell it, and knowing what it does will help us to get a better profit out of it.
Yeah, I could do that. Do they have time for her to sort of sit down and look at it, or?
We'll probably go back, I think. It only took us a few hours to get out here. But Cheryl wasn't here when that happened, so
we all feeling up for the walk back, Brielle?
Yeah, I'm fine.
On that note,
Like
when you're finished butchering these creatures, and also yes, Brielle very much does not look okay. For the record, she is covered.
You don't know if it's the Bulette blood. You don't know.
I'm pretty sure I know.
One of her arms is like purple all the way down. Because you got jumped on, right?
Yep.
So did
I. Also, your wyverns, as soon as they've had enough, by the time you're finished butchering, they had been finished eating for about 5 minutes. All 3 of them roll over with like engorged bellies and pass out.
Maybe we should let them rest for a little while. What do you say we sit down for a minute?
Yeah, why don't we take a rest ourselves?
So we got plenty of daylight left for a short rest?
Yeah. You're like
We
at
came out
midday.
early.
Yeah, you came out early in the morning.
Well, maybe we'll do a little short rest.
Sounds good. Oops, that's not what I meant to do.
Sorry, it's your turn.
That's right.
I always expect that to be like a drop down to show me options, but it's the menu button next to it I want. So giving you short rest, you can go ahead and roll your hit die and recover what you want to recover. Oh, is anyone doing anything over the course of the short rest?
If they're sleeping, I'll go and wander around to see if there's anything interesting around here.
Yeah, give me perception, unless you have an argument for something else, as you kind of like walk, like scouting out the whole surrounding area.
Yeah, I'll just go. I think we came in from the north. Just do a like wide berth around the. I guess more to the, if that's northwest.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, you find the terrain around here is not like super accommodating for like an easy scouting path, but you find a way around a little bit to take a look at the things nearby. At one point, you do see a flock of birds off to the east kind of take flight, but really the only thing you're noticing is that around this area, it's very quiet. And that smell of the bullet nest, now that you've walked away from it a little bit, is so obvious. It's just such a strong, pungent, rot smell that like is just, yeah. And with the wind, you sure it's being carried off well in the distance.
I think that smell alone was good enough reason to go for a little walk.
I imagine with a couple of hours you were there that it kind of, you got used to it, but as you moved away from it, it's like, oh yeah, wow, shit, that's really bad. But you don't really notice anything. Rhowan, however, at the towards the end of your short rest there, as you're all sort of recovering your strength. Thanks, Greg. Thanks for providing them some help. They're going to need it.
Wow.
You get you sort of feel more than you hear at first, but you get this sort of ominous sense of something approaching, and it's hard to quite quantify at first until you can hear what sounds like human footfalls, or humanoid footfalls coming from the east. Something about it feels off. They're rapid, they're frantic. It's like just flesh slapping haphazardly on the ground, and you notice that it's drawing near, whatever it might be.
We've got company.
Should we get Wren and run?
Are the wyverns still asleep?
The wyverns, at the end of the hour when you're hearing this, have just woken up and have resumed feasting.
Amazing.
Which you may be noticing a pattern with them in that they feast, they rest, they feast a second time. And they are now chomping away at me. Not quite as much as the first time, but still certainly taking it in. Wren, you are just outside of where they were resting, coming through the tree line as Rhowan is alerted to this danger.
I think first of all, she's going to stand between which wyvern is hers?
I mean, let's say one, I suppose.
Okay.
Doesn't really matter. The mountain ones are identical. I'll change it to their names when they've both got names. I know you said a name for it last time, but I did not recall it.
She does have a name, but I can, or he does. I'm just gonna stand there a bit, just so they don't start spraying stuff around again. Just kind of ready to wrangle it back away from there if they start fighting from over the meat again. And did she hear what Rhowan said?
Yeah, I'll say sure.
So what kind of company?
Humanoid moving fast. And I'm gonna. It's coming from the east, you said?
Yes.
I'm gonna get some cover behind that tree and hope to be able to see more around it, but fantasy
absolutely.
ground says
No. Is there any reaction from Sylra or Brielle?
Yeah, Sylra's going to move closer to the tree line also.
Okay.
I'd say Brielle stay close by the wyverns just in case.
Got it. Okay. Let me do a thing here.
Like, I don't really expect to be able to, but is there a way that Wren could take a bit of cover here, like just kneeling down or something?
I mean, yeah, you're right in the foliage there, so yeah.
Okay.
I
don't expect to be very well hidden with a bunch of wyverns chomping very loudly, but
might distract them from seeing you.
That's true.
And yeah, you guys take your positions, and as Rhowan's listening to this approach, you hear it get pretty close. It is beyond the trees. You can't quite see what's coming yet, but as it grows closer, it grows louder, and as it's growing louder, you can hear that it isn't one set of feet. It is certainly more than that. How many, you're not sure. But you're hearing this like frantic as many things are running frantically. As they get really nearby, you hear them kind of curve northward a little bit around the trees that you are currently hiding in. I mean, I'll give you guys a second if you want to do anything very quickly.
Hide as a bonus action.
Hide, absolutely. Give me your stealth check.
Hide is good. I like hide.
Do I need to do that with disadvantage?
No, because like your wyvern, as it rested, came off of you and is now on the bullet again.
Tell you what, though,
you're near it, but you're separate from it. I'll give you regular stealth.
If you'll let me, Shanks, I've got plenty of second level spell slots left, so let's pop down a pass without trace.
Nice.
Absolutely, you can do that.
Seeing everyone else hide, I'm gonna try and hide.
Yeah, and you can add 10 to your hiding. And you're moving over there as well?
Yeah.
Okay.
We were told that there were hunters out here.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Subtract 10 from mine.
Subtract 10 from yours?
Yeah, because he cast Pass Without Trace before I
don't think it'll add it. That just gives it me concentration.
Oh,
yeah.
Never mind.
No, yeah, the affected.
Please add the 10. It probably still won't help.
Hey, plus 10's a lot.
So are you hiding as well, or are you...
Yes.
Give me a stealth check, please.
I also rolled before the pass without trace, so...
Yeah, I saw that. That's fine. I added 10 to yours in my head. Also going to want you all to roll initiative just in case.
Just shoot, I was supposed to be in the tower. I'm sorry.
That's
Not
okay.
looking.
Rhowan is ready.
Rowan is ready.
Brielle is
Brielle-
ready,
Brielle for
but
one.
not
Holy
as
shit.
ready.
Whoa.
Let's go.
This has never happened before.
No.
Oh my gosh,
it was gonna
Wren
be
is
me.
not ready.
What is happening?
Yeah, there's some
backwards
weird
though.
shit going on. That's okay.
Initiative is backwards.
I've never won last out of us before.
With a plus
Okay,
10, I'm not
maybe
surprised.
we're stealthy enough. Maybe we won't need to fight.
Ooh.
And I just need to check some things real quick.
He's loading up Lucern's character sheet right now because we're about to meet Lucerne.
What?
I said you're loading up Lucern's character sheet because we're about to meet Lucerne.
Okay, okay. All right. Can you all see that?
That being
Yes.
yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh,
So as you're all hiding in the tree line, you see this tall. You see this tall, sort of lanky, undead creature running along with its long arms, like almost dragging on the ground, as its bare feet slap against the hardened earth. It's running frantically, sniffing at the air, and as its scent draws it southward to the rotting flesh in the nest you're in, it looks southward and happens to see Brielle trying to hide behind a bush, who failed the stealth check by 1.
No.
Wow.
It almost was a full party stealth moment. And as it spots Brielle that they're hiding behind this bush near the wyvern, trying to like keep things low, it just lets out this like undead roar and just takes off towards her at full speed. Of course, it's been running already, so that's as far as it can get. You all see this happen, though most of you remain hidden. Which brings us to Rhowan's turn.
Do I hear more of them?
Yes.
Oh,
Oh,
boy.
shit.
Is it possible to tell how many? Ish? Like, are we talking like 2 more, or are we talking like 10 more?
You're talking more than 2 more.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna stick my head out just a little bit, trying to be some stealthiness still, and
Okay. I think that the trees are kind of blocking most of your view here, but there's got to be a reveal button here somewhere. Okay, what is that one? That's unidentified 2. Wait. I thought that was unidentified 2. Are they all unidentified 2?
yay!
You see that one, and I think
It sure is.
So, in that case, what I will do is remember how to draw a circle, since they changed the interface to be better.
Oh boy.
Oh my god, it's so close.
And I am going to pop my head out, and I'm going to cast Spike Growth right there.
absolutely you can do that. Yeah. That's a really good choice. I just gotta tell you. Yeah, immediately you see the plant life just come to life as these massive thorny hedges just sprout out of the ground and spread out. You're gonna have to remind me on the amount of damage that's gonna happen.
I will do this.
Thank you.
And then I think I'll pop. So that was 5 feet of movement to do that, and I think I'll pop back over here. Take cover behind the corpse.
Yep, you can absolutely do that.
That's my action. Do I have a bonus action that I want to do? I don't think so. No. Cool. I'm done.
You good then?
Yep.
All right, Brielle, it is to you. You see this one undead creature running towards you.
She's gonna scream out again to the ether. Are we running or are we fighting? And I will hold my action to attack, I guess, when I get an answer. So I'm gonna throw my javelin.
I mean, they
at
can
her.
answer you as a free action.
Oh, can they? Okay.
Yeah, oh yeah. Speaking is fine. I have no issue as long as you're not like explaining paragraphs of context to someone in the midst of a 6-second round.
Fight.
Okay.
There you have it.
And I'm
so
gonna
you can go ahead and
actually
just use your action.
Just run up, and then
Oh, you charging back? Nice.
yeah, we're
Yeah,
gonna
you
go
run
to-
up into its face, and as you do, you can see that this thing is wild and feral, and yet somehow seems super determined to kill you as it sees you.
I love that. I love that. We are going to bonus action kill rune. So I will become resistant to bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing,
Nice.
just in case. And then we're going to try and hit it with my axe.
Yeah, go for it.
Perfect.
Yeah, you meet it at the halfway point and just bury your axe in its chest. Let's see some damage.
6.
Not a ton. That's okay.
Nope.
You
And
get your axe deep into it, and it just immediately, reactively, just pushes your axe out of itself, and then starts winding up to swing. You do have extra attack.
I do, so I'm going to try again. And miss that time. Every time. It just threw it off a little too much, and her arm gets retched a little as she tries to.
Yeah, and you
back.
swing back in, and you see it just kind of like spin aside and just swing at you with both arms. And
That's
turn.
my turn.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, that's a lot.
That's a lot.
For
What do you mean by
Brielle,
that?
she's never
Oh.
seen these.
Yeah, that's fair. What was it to do the movement thing as DM? Was it control? Alt? What is it?
I
It's alt.
totally forget.
15. 15.
And that is difficult terrain for them in the spike growth, if that
Yes.
matters.
It will momentarily. It did not for this particular turn.
Okay.
So
So did they move through the spikes?
no.
Okay. I can't see
this-
them anymore.
No, yeah, that's fine. The next, yes, this creature is about to. So it's difficult terrain, and
It
it's
is
what?
2d4 for every 5 feet.
All right. Oh. Okay, so difficult terrain means it's moving 30 feet because it's dashing. And that's going to be 2d4 times 6.
12d4.
Do you want to roll 12d4 for me?
Love to roll 12d4. 12.
25.
I love spike growth.
Yeah,
It's
that's a
such a
solid
good
fucking spell. Remember what I used on you guys?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you can't see them anymore, but Brielle, you absolutely can from where you're standing. You see a number of these undead creatures running at full speed with reckless abandon. This one looks identical to the one you are fighting and just is running through these spikes. You can see undead flesh being torn from its body. There's putrid blood just being spilled all throughout, but it doesn't stop it. Sylra.
Seeing that Rhowan moved back after he saw something, she is also going to move back. So she cannot see anything.
Okay.
So she will move about here.
You're moving all the way over there. All right. Cool.
Yeah.
Yep. That is. Okay.
I guess, is she able to hold Eldritch Blast? And actually, from there, she's able to see one.
You can actually see the one that Brielle is fighting.
Yeah.
Yes.
Should she? Yeah, she's going to. She's going to send some Eldritch Blasts over that way.
Absolutely.
I can figure out how to do everything again. They keep changing it.
That will absolutely hit. You got 2 beams, right?
Yes. Oh, gosh, darn it.
Another hit. And yeah, as Brielle's fighting this thing, you back up to take cover and you see it 2 blasts. You see it one shoulder then the other, and it almost looks from where you're standing like you blew 2 holes right in its shoulder flesh. You can see daylight coming through, and yet this thing doesn't seem to slow down even a little bit.
Well, that's gross.
Yeah,
it is.
All right. Then it's a bunch of enemy turns again. And the first 5 feet is with not in difficult, but then it's going to do, yeah, I guess 25 feet of movement, which means 5 times your 2d4. Is that right?
Yes.
So do you want to roll that again for me?
Would love to.
That was 11.
Well, then take the last one off.
I'll take one off there. Yeah. So that's going to be 13 damage as it runs through this field of thick, thorny growth. Can you roll me another 6d4, please?
Wouldn't it be Wren's turn?
Why would it be Wren's turn?
We want Sylra and then an enemy and then Wren?
There's 4 enemies between you and Sylra.
Is it?
It just doesn't show you all the details.
Fair enough.
Yep. Yeah, a bunch more damage is done. And then one emerges from the tree line over here. Running towards Rhowan.
Uh-oh.
Oh, shoot.
And I need another 10d4, please, Rhowan.
2, 3, 4,
So many of them,
5,
and so
7,
many of
8,
them are
9,
in the
10.
freaking.
Nice.
19. Oh shit, that was a good one.
You get some value out of a 2nd level spell.
Yeah. And then Brielle, you see this one approaching you, though it can't quite get there. And then one more. That's going to be 4 times, so 8d4.
Whoa!
Oh shit! Okay, that's gonna do it. Brielle, you see as this creature comes running through the thicket, trying to come for you, as it does more and more flesh being ripped from it, until finally it just falls, hanging at the very edge of this thicket of spike growth. Just like its upper body is hanging outside of it, as its lower body is just pinned in there.
Gross.
Outright death by one of them. Wren, your turn.
Okay. Do we see the one that was going towards Rhowan?
Oh, yeah, sorry, give me 1 second. Number 3, right there. Wait, was that?
I also don't
Yeah.
see one running out of the trees at me.
Yeah.
I didn't see any of the ones that just had a turn.
Most of them were on the other side of the tree line from you, but this
Yeah, but
one,
I was like over there camera wise for the stream.
I'm just gonna do this.
Okay. At least
There you go.
it.
Ah,
Okay. Yeah, I guess. Okay, I'll deal with the one that's running towards us then. Pop out, and I like pop my head out over the Bulettes. Are
Yeah,
the wyverns seeming at all disturbed by this?
they seem very much to be enjoying their meal.
Okay, that's good. And I'm hidden, so that should have advantage.
Yep, you've got advantage. You are well hidden.
And throw my blade. Natural 20.
Hot damn.
Probably
This
a bit
is-
of a waste considering how hurt that one was, but who cares?
snow kill like overkill.
Uh,
Absolute death.
that'll do it.
Yeah.
Wow.
So this thing breaks free from the tree line, right? And it's just running frantically, its arms flailing. You can see its long claws and this freaking ghastly stench coming off of it. And as it's like focused in on Rhowan, its pupils narrow. It goes to make a leap, and the psychic blade just lands between its eyes, and it falls flat on the ground.
Yeah, I think Wren, she had this one that was fighting with Brielle in her sights, and then just suddenly, like, her attention just switched to the one coming out of nowhere. But
You
she
hiding
hasn't.
again, or
No, I'm going to take my second attack.
okay?
And make sure I'm not targeting that one. No. Good. I thought that was gonna be another natural 20. Some damage.
The dichotomy here.
Yeah. I mean, her second blade isn't that strong, but she is going to then.
Really meant to be a second opportunity for sneak attack.
I'm gonna just stay put because I don't know if these wyverns are gonna continue to behave.
Okay. Then in that case, I need Rhowan to roll 4 more d4s, please.
Nope, that was 5. 4.
Yeah, you hear more flesh being rended as something runs through your spikes, and then manages to go another 10 feet for 20 feet of movement. So they've got 40 left. That's 5, and then 15. Much like just a moment ago, one of these things torn up from the chest down breaks the tree line and just comes sprinting towards Rhowan. And then I need you to roll.
I love that I can see all these and I'm just...
That's the maximum again. That's 30 feet. Whatever that was. 6 times 2 is 12.
Well,
It's just so much fun.
Yep. This one actually doesn't even quite make it to the edge. This one, as it's running, just falls and disappears into the spikes around it. Mountain Wyvern 1, which is Wren's, takes a big old bite of liver and enjoys it. Hatchling number 2
Gives them a little pet.
would be Rhowan's, is feasting on like the that soft flesh at the back of the hip. Really getting into that, enjoying that. Brielle's hatchling is chewing on the knee joint for some reason.
Do you have the same intelligence score?
I was thinking the same thing.
It's like a cheat toy. Maybe you should take that part.
There you go.
Okay, and then Brielle. This thing swings at you madly. Oh, it was almost a 19.
It was.
You have inspiration.
I do have inspiration. Again. Still a miss out of 13, total 18. So this thing just starts swinging. It doesn't have like multi-attack or anything. Just want to be sure. I don't want to sell them short,
Oh yeah.
No. Okay. Then yeah, it just slashes away at you, and you're able to keep your shield between it and you, and just it's swinging wildly. And as it's doing so, the smell of this rotting flesh is just permeating your being, especially after having just had to spit up wyvern toxin. It's really affecting you. But we'll get to that. Rhowan.
So Rhowan was charging up a guiding bolt when this psychic dagger flies over his shoulder and makes this one not a problem anymore, and he starts to point it somewhere else. And then this other one just jumps out of the bushes, quickly aims it back. Maybe like to fire my laser beam.
Let's see it.
Where is it? So many spells.
That's definitely a hit. Yeah, this fucking radiant energy just gets right into the face of this thing, and like you can see this holy fire just sort of like spreading across its body as it writhes and then eventually just falls a burnt corpse.
Yeah, I think that's all I'm gonna do, but I'll be ready for another one.
Okay. Brielle, you are going to start. Well, hold on.
No.
You're going to start by making a Constitution saving throw is what you're going to do. You pass. Okay, you can try to hit it.
Try.
Fail to hit it.
I will try again.
Yeah, it moves madly and wildly, and at first you swing at it, and it leaps back, and then leaps forward towards you again, and your second swing just catches it right in the abdomen. Let's see that damage.
Take your pick. 7 or
Yeah,
7.
your savage attacker isn't really paying off this round.
No.
But you bury your axe in its abdomen again, and it just pushes off of it, and then seems to like wind up again for another mad attack.
That's my turn.
Okay. All right. Now we're into the fun stuff.
Oh.
Yeah.
What the heck?
David knows what that is.
I bet you do.
That is a problem, but we don't know
yes,
that.
it is. Okay, and okay, well, it's going to continue on forward for now, and you can all see now this large, twisted, undead figure emerges from the tree line. It's walking with more purpose, and as it moves towards the group of you, you can just see its very face seeming to suck light out of the air around it. When you look on it, you immediately quiver, and yep, okay. Well, it's within 60 feet. Okay. Well, since Rhowan is unfortunately the first target they're all seeing as they come out of the tree line, you understand it's not personal.
Oh, no, I absolutely understand.
You're going to make a Constitution saving throw here, which you pass. And you can see that it focuses its eyes on you. And as it does, you can feel just your very life essence being drawn from your body. Though you resist it, it still pulls a portion of your life more than you would like.
Nice.
You did half it, so good. I always like to double check just so I'm not fucking my players over.
I also like to double check.
And by all means, point it out if I ever miss it. But yeah, it draws life force out of you, and you can feel yourself growing weaker in that moment. But that's the end of its turn. I do need you to roll another couple of d4s for me, just 2 this time. 4 damage. Okay, that happens. And the rest of the distance is easily covered as it runs over here to pull around the other side of Brielle and flank her with the creature on the other side. Sylra, it is your turn.
Yeah. So her attention is going to get pulled by the creepy thing, and she's going to cast Dissonant Whispers.
Hold on a second. As your turn begins,
Oh no.
starts this turn. Oh, you are 35 feet away from it. Never mind. Go nuts.
Okay.
Oh no.
Oh,
Damn.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, that was a saving throw.
We want
Yeah.
it to fail. Yep.
But I mean, it gets half damage, so
This is Dissonant Whispers.
Not bad
Cool.
damage.
Yeah, you cast this on the creature, and you can see that for the slightest moment, like it pauses mid-step, and it seems to look at you and just kind of twitches its head, and then starts moving again.
Disgusting.
yeah. Is Sylra able to move back? I don't know. I can't tell if it's like steep.
So
Sure.
you can move back here. This one like 5-foot section here is difficult terrain if you want to move beyond that. But you're able to, not an issue.
She's just gonna move five
Just 5
back.
feet? Okay.
Yeah.
Absolutely. End of turn?
Yep.
Cool. Rhowan, I'm going to need you to roll 4 dice.
You got it, buddy.
Fucking spike growth, man.
I'm keeping track of how much damage I've done so far. Unless I've missed something, we're up to 97.
3 squares, so what is that? 6? 64?
We broke 100.
Nice.
17. Oh shit. Well, much like the previous one, it just reaches the edge and its upper body just flops out as it dies, all the flesh being rent from its bones. This one, however, is already outside of that area, and I think it can see through those trees enough that it wants to fucking run at Rhowan. It just clambers through the trees and over the bulette and at Rhowan, and is going to make an attack.
A wrestling move as it comes down.
Yeah,
off
it comes out with the elbow drop.
People's elbow
Hilarious.
over here.
Miss. Yeah, it just comes crawling over and just slashes at you suddenly. I assume you just get your shield up between you and it as you're trying to focus in on what you have to do next. Brings us to Wren.
Okay, I keep wanting to help Brielle, but we keep getting fucked up things over here. So I'm going to bonus action hide, regroup a little bit.
Yeah, make your stealth check. Moonsault into a sentence from the top rope. I'm sorry, I'm a little bit out of the loop on wrestling. I don't know what a sentence is at this moment. Yeah, you are well hidden. Go ahead and roll with advantage on your attack.
Cool. Another psychic blade. Wow. Cool.
You chuck your psychic blade, and you suddenly see as its gaze shifts onto you, it extends one hand, and your blade just gets absorbed into its palm.
That's scary. Can I? Wyverns. What's the wyvern doing right now? Mine.
Did you have to make that so sexual sounding, Ben? What is the wyvern doing?
Yeah.
It is enjoying that liver that it found.
I'm a little bit worried about this area effect on these things. I'm sorry, buddy. I'm gonna try to... Is this interacting with an object? Is that a free action if I try to just pull off a bit of meat with it and try to run back with the wyvern? I'll even take it as like half my movement if needed.
I will, yeah, I'll give you you're pulling on the meat it's chewing?
Yeah.
Like,
I want to
okay,
try
so
to
you grab one
lure
end
it
of the
back.
liver and you're trying to lure it away. Yeah, half your movement, I'll allow that.
Okay.
As you're kind of, it's essentially like grappling with it, so.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to lure it back this way.
Yeah.
Into the
absolutely.
trees.
Come on. It's like holding on to that
Yeah.
and just like jumping at it. It's trying to like get more of it as it's going, trying to get further up on it.
Yeah, and she's just gonna like kind of make sure that it goes behind her and she gets like down, crouching on the ground in front of it. And that's end of turn.
Okay. Yeah, and that's it coming with you and chomping on that meat. Actually, number 2 is still chewing on that oyster there in the back of the hip. And the radiant one is still chomping at that knee joint. Nobody knows why. Yes, another attack on Brielle. And this creature, as it pulled away and then leaped forward again, just starts slashing wildly with its claws. That is a hit, which means that it cuts into Brielle, not getting quite as deep as it normally would because of her rune. However, as soon as its claws get into Brielle, she feels a magical surge through her body and makes a Constitution save, which she passes. So you're okay.
Yay.
I don't know if you know what that effect is, but
I
it
have
wouldn't
no
have
idea
been
what
good
any
for
of this
you.
is.
Rhowan.
Does Rhowan get the sense that he probably doesn't want to look at this creature, or not?
Yeah, actually, well,
He did make a
yes, I
save
think
against it already.
you've saved against its direct gaze, so you know that looking at you is a problem. You are a cleric and a druid who despises undead.
Yeah.
I'm going to say it's reasonable to assume that you would know to avert your gaze if you would
Okay.
like to.
Now,
Make your gaze go somewhere else.
Yeah, so I'm trying to divorce what I know about this creature from what Rhowan knows about this creature, but I would also like to cast not Shield of Faith, Protection from Evil and Good on myself. I'm thinking that means I don't need to worry about looking at it. With the way that spell interacts with how I remember what this creature does.
Let me look at that spell real quick, because I don't want to mislead you.
The part that I am most interested in, it says the protection gains several benefits. The target cannot be frightened by undead, which I think makes me immune to worrying about looking at it.
That is not the effect.
Okay. I might just do
Of
that
course.
anyway, because protection from that is great against undead. But then I will continue to avert my gaze once I get back to Fantasy Grounds.
Sorry, there's so many things I want to make jokes about. So yes, you are able to avert your gaze and cast protection against good and evil, so your spike growth is dropped.
Yes.
Pointer. And is that end of turn then?
I think for my bonus action, that's a spell. Starry form of the archer. Let's get a little bit of damage off here.
You guys are all ridiculous, and I love you.
Yeah, let's do that. Beep boop. And attack.
That's a hit. Yeah, small mote of radiant energy collides with its face. And again, much like with the previous effect, it kind of goes and like stops for a second and then just begins lunging towards you again.
It goes very blurry as well. Well,
Yeah.
It goes so blurry, you don't even know.
And I'm not gonna let unidentified number 2 get an attack of opportunity on me, so I will stay put.
Cool. Brielle, you
We're
are going to
gonna try
start
and-
your turn by making a Constitution saving throw, which fortunately you're good at.
You jinxed me. Oh, I succeeded. Thank
You
God.
still succeeded. It's a low one. You're lucky. You succeeded by 1. Go ahead and take your turn.
Okay, I'm gonna try and hit the same one I've been trying for a while.
Wait, hold on. Sorry, give me 1 second. But before we take the effect of that, because this one also has this effect, unfortunately.
Okay.
So this one is also going to. Is it targeting you? I can't tell because they're all listed as unidentified.
Played yourself.
Yeah, I know, right? Gonna have to to do it like manually. Here we go. Okay. Making 2. That one's also a success. Go ahead. Do your damage.
Perfect.
Sorry. Yeah, you swing your axe again.
Come
and,
on.
Hey, it helped.
You did the damage both times this time, so I gotta retract
Oh, sorry.
5
Thought I
damage
unlocked it.
from it.
Oh, you're targeting Brielle, is what you're doing.
Oh,
You did that damage to
Yeah.
yourself.
You did, yeah, you did 12 damage to yourself.
why can't
Well,
I click them?
It
Partially
says it's
resisted.
partially resisted, so it's only 5.
Oh, so it would have been 6.
Well,
Okay.
2.
it says 2 and 3.
Yeah.
Oh, fair enough. Yeah, 2 and 3. Okay, so you did 5. So take 5 off, or I'll take 5 off. Go. And you can focus on actually damaging a creature. Oh, actually,
Okay.
I'll just drag the damage off.
Just
the one
Give it to him.
It was the one you've been attacking the whole time, right?
Yeah. No, I've been attacking 2 the whole time.
They're
Unidentified
both
2. No, there's
The
unidentified
one-
1, and there's
The
unidentified
one you've
2
been attacking.
is 2,
Yes.
which is to my right.
Yes. I wasn't
Don't
saying
worry, I
number
get it,
1.
Shay.
Okay.
Yeah, so did I. I'm seeing both
We're all
sides of the
identified.
conversation right
That's
now.
actually enough. So now that confusion's out of the way, yeah, you like you sit on its face and crush it. No, your axe lands like right at the cleft of its shoulder and its neck, and just gets halfway through that chest, and the whole thing just and falls back as you kill it.
Second attack, I'm going to bring it around to the other guy.
Absolutely.
Am I clicking him? Yes. No, I'm not.
That's
You
a
have
natural
inspiration.
1. You have an inspo.
How many do I got? Yeah, why not? Let's
One.
use it. Okay.
That's a hit.
Why am I even here? These are silver rolls.
Call her out like that. But you're
Actually, she did great today.
I know where you buy your flowers.
your axe embeds in its chest, and you can see it like for a brief second it stops and it like looks down and then just and like lunges for you again. End of turn.
End of turn.
All right, this thing is gonna do some things.
Better not.
It's gonna.
Damn.
And Rowan, you're the only one within range, although it doesn't necessarily have to get in range with you to do a lot of its stuff.
That's true.
Also,
I
Sylra pissed it off.
I stayed here for a reason.
It's gonna move to there. And Sylra, as it comes running past Rowan, it stops and focuses its eyes on you intensely. And as it does so, you can feel your life force being pulled from your flesh, and you resist it, and yet it still draws some of your soul out and into itself. But I believe that is all it can do. Ends and starts. Okay, we're cool. Unidentified 1 that Brielle almost killed but didn't is going to slash at her. That's a hit as its claws carve into her flesh. Again, her body just managing to resist it as much as possible, and yet as it does, once again that magical pulse goes through your flesh, but you're holding it together for now. Sylra,
Yeah, so Sylra is going to...
before you begin anything,
Shit.
assuming you're looking towards this creature, it's going to have an effect on you.
Okay.
So
Vix, you look very scared right now. That's scaring me a little bit.
I'll try to be more deceptive about it. I'm having fun.
Smile.
Its
Cheers.
targeting got removed from her for some reason, and I don't know why. But you start your turn. You can see its eyes, and it is within 30 feet of you, which means you are going to make a Constitution saving throw right at the start of your turn, and you succeed, which is good. Trust me. Oh, there is a caveat about the frightened condition, Rowan. So that is something. Okay. I think you take nothing then. Oh, I didn't mean to skip your turn. It's still your turn. Go ahead.
Yeah, she is going to do a cantrip or to do her last spell slot. I wish I had more spell slots. The downfall of being a warlock.
I mean, you could do both.
They come back in a short rest, right?
Wait, what? I can do both?
Sure, you can cast Hex as a bonus action, and then cast Eldritch Blast twice, and deal a bunch of damage.
I think she's going to do Dissonant Whispers one more time, see if she can get the full effect, though.
Absolutely. That is a big fail.
Yes. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, you see as your psychic attack overwhelms its mind briefly, its wide, dark eyes seem to go even wider for an instant. However, very quickly just and focuses in on you once more. Despite the fact that it failed its save, you do not see it running away.
She is going to move more back. And she's only able to do half, right? Because it's...
So it's just double movement for that one square. So it's going to be 10 feet to move 5 feet away, and then after that, you're good.
She's going to move then 20 feet.
And yes, Colin, there are 2 dead Bulettes here because they just killed them, and their wyvern hatchlings were feasting on them before this undead horde attacked. Yep, you're able to move there without an issue, and you are now outside of 30 feet. And you can kind of feel yourself. It's the intensity of its gaze seems to lose its impact on your body.
Yep.
And
yeah, she can't do anything else.
Yeah. All right. Well, now with a +2, this thing is going to attack Rhowan. Why did that roll twice?
It's got disadvantage for some reason. Oh, because it's undead and I have shielded protection from bullshit on.
Right, got it. Okay. It's still a hit, though.
That's
which
fine.
means that despite your spell, its claws manage to find an opening in your defenses, and it slashes into you, doing 9 damage. And you feel its necrotic magic surge through you, but not enough to stop you. Wren. Actually, Wren, before you do anything, as you see the gaze of this creature focusing out across the battlefield as it narrows in on you, you can feel the effects of it warping your mind, and you make a Constitution save, which you also pass.
Nice. Cool. Do I wanna? Yes, okay. We're going to not hide this turn. And
You're not hiding.
I'm not hiding.
Okay.
I'm going to take one attack with my first Psychic Blade and get a critical.
Yeah.
Another crit.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
And Rhowan's there, so I get my sneak attack.
Correct.
Orindar is with us today.
Is he ever?
51 damage.
Do you want to describe this?
So like I said, she was going like this with her wyvern, just like full protective mother mode, as she doesn't want this creature to get hurt because of her. And she looks that thing like straight in the face and feels it trying to like do something to her mind, and she's just like, not again. Like you could just see the determination in her eyes as she forms this blade in her hand, and she's gonna just stand up and like shuck it right over Brielle's wyvern as it's like happily feasting. And I think it just like goes into the mind, and you would expect something to come out, but it doesn't. And I think it just falls.
Yeah. You see as that's happening that these big, like long, wide, dark eyes just go until finally closing into pinpoints, and it just falls flat backwards.
I think despite that, there is like a moment of like when she goes like around, she's gonna try to go this way a little bit more.
Yeah, absolutely. You're kind of pushing through the trees there, and yeah, you can see Brielle over there fighting with the other creature.
Okay. Does she look okay?
Yeah, surprisingly, Brielle looks not too bad at the moment.
Then I'm going to just, I will regroup now and hide as a bonus action.
Yeah, give me your stealth check. I'll do it.
Hide as well as I can while pulling a wyvern along. Actually, no. Yeah, I don't know if you want me to do that with disadvantage.
No, that's fine. That's
Okay.
fine. You're. It's in the foliage and focused on that liver.
Okay.
Brings us to its turn. It followed you and is chomping. I accidentally deleted the bullet token that it was feasting on. But having finished with the hips, I think it crawls up onto the back and just starts chomping at the spinal cord. It's kind of going rah, rah, and then chomping and then making noise again. Rhowan, you actually notice that the creature to the north of you that you've been fighting is sort of its attention drawn to the wyvern briefly.
Very briefly.
Brielle's radiant wyvern hatchling has finally severed the lower leg from the upper leg and is now dragging it across the ground.
A little monster.
Rhowan!
Once again, Rhowan was drawing his staff up, and a bunch of very small thorns had popped out of it, and he was getting ready to smack this thing, and he just... Thanks again, Wren! Whips around and is going to try and clobber unidentified number 2 with Primal Savagery.
Absolutely. Let's see that attack roll, baby. Why is there 3 dice?
Oh, I was targeting... I never untargeted the dead thing.
Got it. Okay, so the 19 was towards the living things, or the unliving thing. 19 is definitely a hit, so roll your damage. Oh, yeah. Just, it collides with its head, and you see the thorns just embed into the skull, and acid immediately starting to take effect as its skull just starts to dissipate.
And at the same moment, my staff impacts with the side of its head. A bolt of radiant energy flies out of it at the one next to Brielle.
Nice.
Of the archer.
Yeah. Just barely a hit, but a hit, and that does it. Yeah, you see, you smash this one, shoot this beam of light, and the other one suddenly just takes this radiant energy to the side of its head and just kind of wobbles in the air for a moment before falling flat. You can see this again, this radiant holy fire just burning through its entire body. I think that's all of them. That looks like all of them. Yeah, that's it. That's all of them. Good job, everyone. Wow.
I felt such an anxiety lifted from me when you crit that thing, Vix.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he knew what he was in for the next turn. Well, with that taken care of, I think maybe we'll jump into our little break here, and we'll return with the aftermath shortly. So, grab some refreshments, do what you gotta do, and we'll be back momentarily.
Yeah.
Okay. Welcome back. Yeah, so you guys have defeated the Bulettes, harvested some meat, your wyverns fed twice, and you have been attacked by a massive horde of undead, which you managed to overcome quite fortunately, despite the inherent risk with this fight. The air is quiet. There is a stillness about. What would you like to do?
So, the thing with my staff, the Bodak.
The Bodak.
Make sure it's dead. Maybe shoot it with another radiant bolt just to make sure.
It's dead.
Well, it was dead before when we were fighting it, so.
Yeah, as you're poking at it, you're seeing that absolutely no signs of movement. In fact, it's like a husk of a corpse seems to be getting drier by the moment. However, as you're stirring it with your staff, you do actually notice that weirdly there seems to be some sort of satchel strapped to its back.
Is it? I don't really want to touch it. Is it possible to kind of knock that away, or do I?
It's wearing it very much like a backpack.
Okay, I will undo it.
Yeah, absolutely. You're able to
This has
pull
got
this
something on it.
backpack off of it. I went to the wrong. Yeah. So you're searching the bag?
Yes.
All right. Well, this bag itself already is unusual. It seems to be made of some sort of preserved reptilian leather and is extremely old.
No. No.
Inside. What?
No.
What's your problem?
The way you described it, that's what. I know what you're gonna do.
What? What am I gonna do?
It's tied to this bullshit going on in the West.
I'm getting a message here.
The very first thing you notice inside this satchel as you open it up is a heart, possibly from a humanoid.
That's concerning.
It has long been drained of blood, yet there seems to be some sort of arcane tattoo on the heart itself.
Can I make some kind of religion check? This feels like religion.
Yeah, go for it.
Hey!
Nice.
That's all because I talked to Orindar last night.
I'm gonna give you something here that I didn't expect to give away.
I don't like this.
You see a symbol which you immediately recognize as the name Gidriuth, though it's not spelled out. Something about this, you're like immediately like this. It feels like the symbol. It feels like the death. It feels like the suffering. However, this symbol is contained within a rune that goes around it. And you get the sense that this is a holy separation from Gidriuth being applied to this heart. You don't really know what the rest of that spell is.
It's like warding from the influence of Gidriuth?
Yeah, essentially.
Okay. This is confusing. Oh boy.
Yeah.
Take some notes here.
Why is it concerning?
Well, I saw this heart here, right? And I'll sort of open the bag and hold it up. There's this, like, desiccated humanoid heart in here, which is disturbing by itself. And then it's got a bunch of arcane runes on it, which is also really alarming. But then they seem to be protective in nature, warding from the influence of the god of death, not invoking it, which is kind of what I was expecting. Undead, you know, that sort of thing. So this is like what I was expecting to find, kind of, but it's doing the opposite of anything that I was expecting to find. We need a better cleric than me.
I'm a cleric. I could try.
Do you know anything about this? Like, legitimate question.
No.
Well, try it. See, think real hard.
I'm a giant. I'm a cleric. I can do this.
There you go. That's the spirit.
Nothing comes to me.
All right.
I'd ask for a religion check, but there's no way you're doing better than Rhowan did. So.
Can I make a history check to see if I've ever heard of anything like this?
Yeah, absolutely.
Just calling it, I might use my my T8. Yeah, I'm not gonna bother. I'm gonna not bother. I don't know what the hell this is.
I believe it doesn't expend them if you don't succeed, so.
Oh, that's true. Yeah,
but,
you are right. But I don't think an 8.
You're not going to succeed even with an 8. Yeah. So.
I think then Wren is just like, well, if it's a heart and it's being protected from the god of death, wouldn't that make sense, though? You'd want to keep it alive. Especially if it's not in a body.
Is the heart doing anything, or is it just kind of there, or is it moving at all, or?
Well, no, it's not doing anything. It is there. Given the age of the different things on this creature, if it is in any way connected to this creature, then it must be incredibly old, and yet it looks to be, like, in modern terms, this could be an organ transplant.
Hmm.
Yeah.
I don't know what to do with this. So does Gidriuth's portfolio involve undeath at all, or just death?
I guess what I'm going to do is work off your religion check, which was crazy high. His portfolio isn't explicitly including undeath. However, he is a god of death, decay, and suffering. And undeath is certainly among his tools to use to cause those things.
It's like, do I try and destroy it here, or do we...
Would you like to keep digging in the bag?
I would like to keep digging in the bag.
The next thing you pull out is a pouch.
Oh.
When you open it up, you find like 2 handfuls of gems. Most of them small, not particularly significant, but each of them cut very well, very nicely crafted gems, a variety of types. By your estimate, worth about 380 gold pieces.
Approximately.
As you dig deeper into the bag, you find a magic wand made of bone, a preserved scrap of reptilian leather with a circular notation in an ancient language.
Sylra. Remember that
Looks...
circular language?
Yes.
You got some more.
Okay.
Maybe it's like a owner's manual or something.
Do you want me to look at it, or
Well,
what
if
are
you
you
wouldn't
asking?
mind. If you wouldn't mind.
She is going to take it and try and figure it out.
Yeah, you've got that Eyes of the Runekeeper, whatever the hell it is. What is it?
Yeah.
So you can just read everything.
Read all writing.
Yeah. Yeah, you take the scrap and you invoke the power of your patron once more, and the ancient language unravels itself for you. It's written in the first person, and it says, "Though I trust this new god, Gidriuth, to uphold his part of the bargain, since he has gifted me many great powers and proven a trustworthy ally, there is part of me that doubts. My brethren warned me of following these new gods. They are untested, unproven. But they fear what is unknown, and I do not. I will perform the ritual given me and gain immortality. Should someone find me, and in a state wherein I have lost myself, please place my heart back where it belongs and restore me, and I will return to the fold. My ego can suffer the bruises of being wrong about Gidriuth, but not eternal slavery."
Oh boy!
So she relays that to everyone. It's just like, so what do we have to do?
Oh boy.
Go west.
Do we think that belongs to the creature that we killed, or perhaps
That's
the one that we found in the cave?
I'm kind of thinking it belongs to this thing.
And it's that same writing.
Similar leather?
Yes.
Well, if we got a chance at bringing this fella back from the influence of Gidriuth and maybe bringing him back to life, I feel like we probably should. It'd be the right thing to do. Says Rhowan. David disagrees.
I really appreciate that about you.
Burn it all!
How does this all tie into everything, though?
Well, we keep running into Gidriuth's influence with the Duragar and that vision I had last night. And apparently this thing, who I'm now extra wondering if was sent after us. Or me specifically.
The other note that we found, they were tied to Zels the Third. And this is Gidriuth. How do they interact with each other?
Do I know anything about that?
No, but I'm going to give you one more thing since you rolled so fucking good on that rolling test. He referred to Gidriuth as a new god.
Yeah.
And Zels the Third was very much the old world serpent god.
Yeah,
right?
Gidriuth was part of the first Convergence. You know that. That is part of established religious history. Meaning he's been here for at least 5,000 years.
So just so I'm understanding, Shanks, we found, so this one has reptilian skin things on it, and also the circular scripture, and we found that body that was also sort of reptilian, and they had circular scripture, and they're referring to Gidriuth as new god, and it seems like they're tied to Ouroboros, the world serpent god, right?
There's nothing that you've seen that ties the two together.
No, I mean like the reptiles seem to be on the
Yes, the
third
ancient
side.
reptilian that you found does seem to be,
and they don't like
serpent.
Gidriuth is what we're
from
kind of getting a vibe of.
Yeah, from what you're gathering from this note, with the same type of language and the same way of storing information, Gidriuth is an untested, untrusted new god.
Problem is, Zelsather seems to be against the elementals who were trying to help.
In which case, yeah, that does change Rowan's calculus a little bit.
But we have to deal with them anyway. Maybe not so helpfully.
Yeah.
It does seem like we have a lead on some of the things that have been set before us and a heading. We do still have time-sensitive things here to see to, though. I don't think that we will have the time to set sail to an island before our friends are ready to move on.
Let me read something here real quick.
And as you're kind of reasoning this out and discussing this, I do want to remind you there is a number of undead bodies around you. The Bodak has been the only one checked over in any way.
Yes,
It would be obvious to you as characters in the moment. Just want to make sure you don't forget because they have been removed from the map and everything.
I didn't even have the map up anymore. I would like to make an investigation check to see anything, look them over. I would be looking for similar markings that like were found on like the armor, the way that things were like hidden. I would be checking pretty thoroughly for.
Yeah, absolutely. So none of them are wearing armor.
I just mean anywhere on their body. Yeah. I don't want you to misunderstand. I am being thorough.
give me your investigation check.
All right. In the tower?
Sure, yeah.
And if I fail?
So yes, you are going to be burning that die.
Okay.
Yeah, as you search around the bodies, you find that there are 3 that seem to be unrecognizable humanoids. Like, namely, the first one that attacked Brielle, and the 2 others are these long, lanky, long-armed undead that seem to have been turned who knows how long ago. They are completely twisted and look nothing like a normal humanoid of any species. The rest of them, however, are rather short and stocky. In fact, they give you the impression of being dwarven.
Given my knowledge of Duragar, could I...
You're welcome to make a nature or medicine check, your choice.
Not good at either. I think they're probably the same. That nature's a little bit better. I'll do that.
Yeah. You look them over, and it's not certain, but as you look at each of them, they certainly fit the criteria for Duergar. In fact, if they are Duergar, by your best guess, they might have only been undead for a very short time. Because their flesh is rather bluish purpley, but maybe by nature itself. Hard to say. However, one of them, as you're looking over all these bodies, as they're all sort of stripped of clothing and armor and weapons. They're all wearing just like trousers that are somewhat tattered at this point. But one of them seems to be wearing a belt still, and that belt has a small gold buckle that depicts the Black Queen.
She is going to take that belt buckle off. Slip it in her bag. When she's... Is that all she finds?
That's it. The rest of them are completely barren. Yeah.
Then when she comes over and regroups with everybody, she is just like, well, it seems like the Black Queen is down a few more soldiers, at least.
That's good.
You do also note that there is a bite on each of them around the neck area. And if anyone wants to, you can make a medicine check on those.
Heck yeah. I'm guessing it's approximately the same size of the strangely distended mouth on this other creature.
18, not bad. Okay. That is...
I'm meant to be a doctor.
That is the exact DC of what I put in my notes. These bites are the bites of that line up with the mouth of the Bodak. Not only that, but you notice that they are clean bites. Like, there was no struggle here. These were willing volunteers.
I think that kind of solidifies in Rhowan's mind that these were sent rather than just happened to be wandering.
Yeah.
They might know where the Genasi village is. The Duragar.
They're not exactly hidden.
Oh, that's true. And it's not exactly far away. From the direction they were coming from, is that kind of towards like Danmar Pass area?
No, it's actually further away from it.
Okay, weird.
Yeah.
Well, what do we want to do with this heart?
Can I draw it in my book first? Just the symbol of it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, Sylra, does this mean anything to you two, this arcana? Is your pact guy helpful with this?
She's gonna try and see if she can...
So,
know anything.
When it comes to
about
magic script, it's a little more complicated.
Yeah.
Because this isn't a language per se, it's a way of manipulating the weave. But I will allow you to make an Arcana check, and if you roll really well, you maybe might determine something. Okay.
That's
you can't
well.
quite.
Random bullshit go. I have one of these left. Add a d6 to that.
I love the random bullshit die.
If you get a 5 or higher, I'm telling you, holy shit.
Rhowan is
Yeah.
on a roll tonight.
Thank
I
you,
gotta pray
Rhowan.
more often.
Well, something that was said in chat isn't too far off from the truth. This spell essentially turns this creature's heart into what is more or less a phylactery. This is a very complex spell. By your estimation, 9th level at least. It basically means that you could place this heart back in this creature's chest cavity at any point and return him to life.
Hmm. Yeah, so she did mention that and sort of look
Well,
dumbfounded. Like,
I guess that we can trust the note. I was kind of skeptical of the note.
Just thinking back to the other note that we found. It's well, it seemed as though the other body could have maybe also potentially been brought back to life, though it was at a temple, so maybe by different means than this. But what are they doing with the Bright Queen then, or the Black Queen, if this is... Does the Black Queen have ties to either of these gods? Do we know anything about that?
Certainly. Remember that
Alrighty.
arcane slab we found in
That
the...
was Gidriuth.
That was Gidriuth.
Mm-hmm.
But the Duragar working with this person who does not like Gidriuth.
In life.
Oh, so you think that maybe this creature is no longer acting of its own accord?
That's my suspicion. The note said that they, were worried about being a slave to this new god, which looks down at the ground.
Right.
They did also say
which
they were
kind
going
of
to trust this god.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I
the
think...
other
oh, go ahead.
well, the other note talked about an abomination that was influencing their fallen brethren, and she's like,
I think that qualifies.
Yeah.
I'm torn. If these creatures are opposed to Gidriuth, this could be a potential ally, but they may also be opposed to yet our aims.
well, what if we brought the heart to Orindar? Maybe he would know what to do with it.
Well, we do need to come back this way, but the body...
Sylra said the heart could go in the body at any point, right? So what if we hid the body or buried the body
That's
and knew
what I'm
where we
thinking.
had it? We could always come back.
I like that.
We should probably bury it then. You don't want wild animals tearing it apart. Not that it looks all that together to begin with. You're just looking at how gross it looks.
I can dig a hole for it.
Yeah, let's I guess bury it and like drop a pin on our GPS to remember where we left the dead guy.
You're burying it here in the bullet nest.
I mean, maybe we can move it away a little bit, someplace that's less likely to be rifled through.
Okay.
A small distance away.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I'll drag it.
Just pieces falling off.
Well, despite the damage that this one has taken, it seems to be much more resilient than its undead brethren. The psychic attack that killed it didn't leave any wounds, as normally Wrens don't, but any other damage it took didn't seem to actually affect its flesh.
Fireman carry it somewhere off in the distance, and I'll start throw it down and start digging a hole for it.
Absolutely.
By like a big tree or like something that's notable that I can keep a memory of, and I'll write it in my book as well.
Yeah,
I'm also gonna.
Yeah, no. Go ahead.
I'm gonna make a note on my map as well.
Oh, that's smarter.
Encoded.
Yeah, absolutely. Between the two of you, you have no issue really choosing a spot that you'll both remember and be able to identify later. Brielle, give me an athletics check to see how long it takes you to dig a proper grave. Do you have a shovel?
No, that's what I was checking my inventory for.
I am a shovel. All wild shape.
I have a shield that I can like.
I'll tell you what. I'll wild shape into something with the dig speed.
So, all right, you can do that. Absolutely.
Fast.
Brielle starts digging, and she's like digging with her shield and her hands and stuff, and she's doing a pretty good job, but it's slow going.
Hey, you know what? I'll take care of this. Giant badger.
Yeah, as a giant badger, it doesn't take long for you to dig 6 feet down and create an opening that can receive this body. Yeah, you're able to put it in and cover it up as best you can, and hope that it remains there for when you want to return. The process takes about an hour.
Okay. Oh boy. What are we wrapped up in?
Well, I'm wrapped up in a lot of bad stuff that I didn't even know I was involved in, but I guess we're all in it now.
Yeah. I don't want to get back. How do we feel about getting back?
Yeah. She's gonna just give her wyvern just not like a big piece of meat, but just a little small chunk to get him to come onto her shoulder and get going.
Yeah, you find that the wyverns, though awake, were pretty docile after their second meal, and pretty cooperative for the most part, not feeling threatened and having full bellies. Though after the hour of digging and burying this body and covering it up and heading back up the mountain, you're seeing that they're a little more awake now, a little more active. And all three of you find that as you're walking up the mountain with them, however you may have them, whether they're on your shoulder, whatever the case may be, in the process of going up the mountain, you're finding that they're stretching their wings out and sort of trying to get a feel for the air under them. Not quite ready to fly yet, but...
Yeah, could I, seeing that, I would like to maybe have Wren holding out her arm so that it can just kind of clutch onto her arm, and she's just kind of going like that to encourage it.
We had the same idea.
I had a way different idea.
What's your different idea, Brielle? I want to hear that.
Brielle took the leg bone that she had, it was gnawing at, and Brielle, she lets hers walk beside her, and she's just kind of waving it come here, like a cat with a toy, and just trying to like get it
Absolutely.
to hop.
Yeah, you're seeing that it's kind of like taking 3 or 4 quick steps, then leaping and trying to flap, and then hitting the ground and doing the same over and over again. Also, you're carrying what is essentially a heavy hammer, as it's like an exposed shin bone and then a heavy freaking bullet foot at the end.
Onto the inventory list.
But you make your way up the mountain, and after another hour and a half or so journey, you find yourself once more at the entrance of the mountain. The basalt fangs are no longer outside the mountain.
Mm.
Oh no, I don't have a lot of time.
Let's get back.
Do you think you're in the right frame of mind now to finish the work with Vaishira?
I don't know. I'm gonna try really hard, and I'm gonna just sit and think about it for a bit, and maybe if one of you could watch my little guy here, then I wouldn't have to be worried about where he is or what he's doing, or if he's chewing on something he shouldn't be. And
I'll come in.
Yeah.
I'll come and watch, and I'll look over both of them. That way, you can have them nearby and not somewhere you can't see.
but not close enough that Vaishira can see it, because she doesn't want to see it.
I'll sit on a. I'll sit behind you.
Okay, that'd be great.
Yeah,
I thought I had a lot more days.
All right, you return in like the mid to late afternoon. What would you all like to do once you arrive back in the village?
I feel like we probably have some information we can deliver to some people.
Could you be
About-
more specific?
The what we suspect was causing there to be no wildlife handled. And also there's a bunch of undead running around. We re-killed a lot of them, but be careful.
And who are you intending to share that information with?
Probably the chief, I guess.
Sandrock?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Anything else? Is everyone going to go with Rhowan for this? Are you, yeah? Sticking
Brielle
together?
tried in the morning to do her stuff, right? It was this day? Or
Yeah, and then we
Yeah,
went to
yeah,
go
and
and
then we
get
went
meat.
off.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, this
Okay.
was the second day you attempted it, I believe.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah, we'll go.
Okay. Yeah, you head towards the center of the great village, and you actually find Sandrock convening with the other tribal lords. They have sort of a close circle going on, and as usual, when they're doing this, you get the impression you're going to have to
Yeah.
wait a little while.
Oh,
They're speaking in very like hushed tones, and yet somehow just the reverberation of the language they use is sort of reaching you. It literally sounds like there is a massive boulder being pushed between the 5 back and forth in all directions. That after a good 45 minutes or so of waiting, finally they sort of straighten up a little bit, and he nods and says, "We have an agreement then." And 4 of them split off to their own massive manors at the center of this village. Sandrock turns around, looking directly at you for having noted your presence a while ago, but not acknowledged it.
I honestly like that. Like, you know, so many leaders are just like sitting around while everyone does all the work, and he's always just like doing something. All right, we approach. Is now a good time to talk?
It is an acceptable time, yes.
Well, we had another very enlightening trip out into the wilderness, and she's gonna gesture to Rhowan. I feel like he might have a better grasp on what's going on than I do.
Are you familiar? Of course, you're familiar with Bulette land sharks, yeah?
Yes, several of the great beasts have caused us trouble in the past.
There were I think they're the reason for the scarcity of wildlife. We found a nest of a mated pair surrounded by all of the different kinds of bones that there are.
Yes, that is their way. It is disgusting, but it is part of life, I suppose.
Well, not for them anymore. We took care of them. They spotted us and tried to eat us. So they're not going to bother anyone. But then we were letting our little charges just scratch the wyvern on the head, have some lunch, and we were set upon by a bunch of undead, probably attracted by the smell. Some of them quite powerful, not like any that I've actually ever seen before.
I'm sorry, what is this undead?
It's like when somebody's not alive anymore, but they're still up and walking around, but they don't have any sort of...
I see. The corpse walkers, yes.
Yeah, that's a good thing to call them. There were a bunch of those. There's like, what, 8? I lost count. 9, maybe?
Here on the mountain?
Oh, yeah. Just down by the edge of the woods.
That should not be possible.
It is.
Why?
But it should not be. Our sigils, they keep them away. You have seen them, have you not?
Have we?
Yeah, what is
The pillars?
You suspect he might be talking about that holy site you spent a night at?
Yeah, I think so. But we weren't near one of those particularly.
But they should not be able to breach.
Well, where that one that we saw, which was from where we encountered them, which direction was that in?
It would have been south of there.
Okay, and they were coming from the east.
Yeah, so they were heading west. So like they're within the boundary of wherever their sigils may be. You've only seen the one, but if he's talking about them like a barrier, it's safe to assume it's part of an array.
Well, they one of them seemed to be, well, a few of them seemed to be pretty fresh and had some imagery of the Black Queen on it. I think the Duragar are...
They might have already been within the boundary.
She welcomes them within the mountain.
She may create them within the mountain. All the signs we can see look like several of them were created voluntarily.
Let me be clear. It was not one that looks like a normal corpse then. It was not a simple being, but a...
Not just a regular Walking Dead. He's had vigor and speed.
We also found a note along with it, and Wren will try to recite it as best as she can.
Give me a history check. Why not? Let's see if she's able to like recite it from memory.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, she does really good. a corpse walker that is leaving notes and speculating on the trustworthiness of the gods.
Yeah. It's weird, right?
And carrying a very high level sigil on a heart.
She's like gonna flip to her book. This one.
That is a magic I do not know.
Me either.
Sylra was able to identify it a little bit.
And if we can get back to town, I know somebody who might help us in kind, or probably still in kind, that I can look up that might be able to help us get some more information about it. But
Yes, I would like more information. I am unsettled by this.
yeah.
There's a lot of things pointing us to the West Island.
You must not go there.
Not that I particularly want to, but I am curious as to why you don't think we should.
You see hesitation. Give me an insight check.
I was going to say, can I do an insight check? And just in case.
Yeah, you absolutely, you do burn that die.
Okay.
And as a result, you can see that he goes through a number of emotions as he hesitates. It's more, at first, I don't think it would be proper to continue, and then a slight twinge of fear as he thinks about it. And then he kind of breathes this uneasy breath that, like, he suddenly is aware of himself and is where he is, and he says, "Come with me," and quickly moves towards his own home.
Yep. Follow along.
Yep.
He, as soon as you're all inside, he puts his hand to the wall and the door is removed. The windows close up, and then he places a second hand, and the walls seem to encroach on you a little bit until they are about 6 feet thick.
Anyone got some fears of enclosed spaces?
It is a large home, so you've got like a little space still, but it's like, yeah, it's uncomfortably cramped now a little bit.
Hard to breathe.
At this depth, no one can hear us. We were once 6 tribes. More. There is another mountain from which we came. It was at the center of chaos and suffering. Long ago, we chose to leave that mountain to find a better way, to seek out the voice that calls us. For a time, we lived as 5 and 1, separated by the sea. But soon, their one turned to madness and death. Those that once were left the worst of what they had there. And those that remain have only grown worse. You may find answers of the undead, the ancients, the way the world has come apart in so many ways. But you will not survive the journey.
Well, you've convinced me. We only told Fisher about the other note, right? About the blue
Yes.
terror.
And she didn't seem to know much about that.
Yes, which okay. Now I'm having all sorts of different thoughts because we found a different note. I'm gonna roll another history check to see how I do with that one.
We have the note still?
Hey, did it pretty well again.
Yeah, we do, but
But
Sylra
Ren can't
would.
read it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Actually, I think one of you did copy it down.
Somebody made a copy.
Sylra made a copy.
Right.
we
But
could-
however, Ren still is able to recite it pretty
She's
much. word for
memorized
word.
it now.
And she's not leaving anything out. She's reading the whole thing to him.
Yeah. We found that on a body when we were hunting down the Blue Terror. And Brielle's armor along with it.
That explains very much. He extends one hand at his wall, and you suddenly see the visage of a reptilian humanoid appear in the stone. You look like this.
Gonna assume
Did he
yes.
look like that?
Yeah, it looks exactly like him.
Yeah, that's the guy.
Those are those that came before. Before your kind, and your kind, and your kind. And then he points at Rhowan. Not yours.
Yeah, we've been here a while.
You were here at the same time. For a time.
Maybe I should send a message to my granddad.
Do you have any idea what they're referring to when they say that they've crushed the nests of many? And what are these gates?
Do not know. Those that came before were dead. Maybe thousands of years before I came to be.
And they seem to have blood of the elementals.
They have the blood of the elemental. How would they have such a thing?
Does your lineage tie back to Orindar?
No, we are separate from Orindar, but he is like... He is the voice that calls us. We came to this plane because of his voice. We emerged in a mountain to the west. We found ourselves trapped. The promise is not fulfilled until 5 clans made the journey, losing almost all. We traveled through jungle, through monsters, death and plague, across the salted water, to find the mountain that calls to us, the voice of Orindar. We got so close, and then we were stopped yet again. But we were close, and it was good enough for a time. A long time. We do not have written records. We have our spoken history. The tribal lords we preserve. But something about what you say I'm not sure.
Perhaps we need to be speaking with Orindar as well again when we go down there.
You say the gates were opened with the blood of the imprisoned elemental, but not that they had it.
Yes.
Perhaps these are servants of the gods that imprisoned him in the first place.
They're trying to close them again.
There are many gods that were involved in this process. Those that are called Prime now, and some that are called Forsaken.
Some who have regrets about what they've done.
Yes, the gods are not perfect, of course. Nor is Orindar, nor is Sandrock. But some of their gods seek destruction, seek harm. Some create corpse walkers. Perhaps that is the link. As you're thinking on his words, he rubs that image from his wall as if he doesn't want to look at it anymore.
Ah, man, I got a book I need to find.
You four. I think you are stronger than Sandrock. Maybe you survived the journey west. Maybe you even survived the journey back east. Maybe you learn what you need to learn. But I would caution you.
I get the feeling that our path's going to lead there eventually if we want answers, but we can make sure that we're well prepared.
What answers are worth your life?
What? I was trying to sound all profound, but I can't answer it. It's like, if we don't, the world might end, man.
Yes, the world is always coming up hot these days.
Thank you for sharing all of that with us.
Yeah.
You must not speak it in this village.
Understood.
Okay.
Look at me. Execution is the punishment for all involved.
Got it.
I would not share this with just anyone.
Thank you for trusting us.
If my vision is correct, soon we will be in Orindar's presence, and for that, you have my eternal thanks.
You just You just risked your own life to give us some answers, so I think you kind of answered your own question there.
I risked my life to help those who help me and my people. And to caution them to not throw their lives away.
Understood. I'm not so eager to do that, so.
There is a place you might want to look at.
Where would that be?
On the eastern side of the mountain, north of the river, there is a temple of the ones that once were. My people have seen others occupying it since. But I believe answers may be found there. The entrance is marked by a plateau with a magical dais and a facade of sculptures of serpentine humanoids.
Does that bear resemblance to where we already were?
Yep.
Rhowan's just gonna look at Sylra. I think it's not like accusatory, just like subconsciously, like.
So the spot that we had the meeting. For fuck's sake. Okay. Wren is trying her best to keep a straight face. She does not look at Sylra like Rhowan does.
It may be dangerous. We know that they have magic. But certainly not as dangerous as the West. If you can even get to the sea, the salted water between here and there are giants that are mad with magical acclamation, and the dwarven fortress of turmoil and smoke.
Oh. Maybe we can take to the air.
Even the air. There is the tempest that rains the skies.
That sounds inconvenient.
Not long ago, it flooded the mountainside for weeks without reason.
I think they'll be fine by now. She sort of whispers. I mean, if I am to go, surely they'll have to let us go.
One way to find out.
Yeah.
Well, whatever you decide to do, I wish you the best of luck. And Brielle, I sure would not admit it, but she very much longs for your presence at the forge.
Okay. Like right now?
As soon as you are able, but not until you are able.
Just in general and in perpetuity.
Yeah, just grab her. We besties. I have some thinking to do. And then I'll be over there as soon as I can.
Understood. He claps his hands and the walls begin to slowly shift back and the door opens up once more. giving you the impression that this was something he was sustaining by his will the entire time.
Wren looks like visibly relieved that there's more space and room. It's not like having no way out of something.
And as he kind of walks you all outside of his home, he says, "And remember, the secrets of how we forge our metals here are to be kept within the mountain and nowhere else."
Understood. Well, what now?
I gotta empty my head. I think I should do that. Maybe if I write down all my thoughts, that'll get it out of my head.
Well, that's a good way to do it.
Do you think if I use that magic paper, it'll magically remove the things from my head so I don't have to remember them right now?
It might. Definitely won't. If
I was about to say, I don't think that's how it works when she closes her mouth.
Maybe?
I think it's worth a try.
Yeah? Okay.
I think so, yeah.
Okay.
If you don't do it, it definitely won't work.
Okay, that's true. That's true.
Right?
So it's gotta at least maybe work.
Yeah. I think it's worth a try.
I believe you. You know magic the best of us all, so. Brielle's just gonna find somewhere kind of quiet to sit, kind of where she was watching Sylra from a distance. So she can kind of think of the forge and look at the forge while she's writing on that. I think it was 50 gold worth of a sheet of paper. It was expensive.
Sylra is just gonna be sitting there looking really hurt, being like, Rhowan's better at magic than me. What?
It's like I am.
Rhowan's given her 3 magic lessons.
You gotta get in there. You want to be seen as a mentor. You gotta get in there.
Sylra's gonna be the one that gives her the glow up. That's my thought. Is she's gonna make her look pretty and teach her how to be a woman and feminine and all that stuff.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, she's gonna just write down all her random thoughts that she has. I'm just offending everyone.
Rhowan has received a great compliment. He doesn't agree with it, but he takes it anyway.
Rhowan was also told he gives better hugs than Wren.
Mine are more special, though.
It's true. Yours are rare.
Yes.
They're
Yours
like
are
a
highly
shiny
collectible.
Pokemon.
Yeah.
You have more copper than you have gold as well, but
Yeah, right?
Anyway, Brielle's doing.
Yeah, she's just gonna
Brielle is
write down
writing out her thoughts on expensive magic paper.
yeah,
for no
just
reason.
I miss mom and
Accidentally make a
dad.
spellbook.
I gotta figure out how buying property works. I don't know how I'm ever gonna owe Jorf for finding that spot. Do I like Jorf? Question mark.
Make a cootie catcher out of one of these things.
She doesn't know what it means to like have a crush on someone, right?
Yeah.
And then she's gonna be like, all that talk about the ocean has me worried. I hope Fenn's okay. And then she's like, I hope Sandrock's gonna be good, and like this and that, like just literally like all the worries she has, which are a million, and she's just gonna fill both sides.
And where is
Empty
she
your
doing
head.
this?
So like the hill kind of that was looking down at the forge, where she kind of watched Sylra from a distance.
Okay, yeah. What are the rest of you doing?
Wren is babysitting 2 wyverns she's keeping one up on her shoulder, and the other one she's just kind of, if Brielle allowed it, she would have taken the leg that this thing seemed to want to chomp on, and just kind of like try to keep them distant, but both entertained and preoccupied.
I will do something similar with mine. I will cast protection from poison on myself and maybe roughhouse a little bit and try to do some like pack forming.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And Sylra?
Sylra is going to be looking at that hammer that was mentioned to her.
Who's smart?
Yeah, you don't have identify or anything, right?
Nope.
Well,
I don't know why they keep giving me stuff to look at.
Because I don't have a
You're the
pearl.
best with magic.
Yeah.
You can tell that there's some magical intrinsical value to this hammer, but aside from that, it doesn't seem to. Even as you try to like focus on it over a short period of time, there doesn't seem to be any sort of attunement that happens. It just is there and a magical object.
If she used detect magic, could she tell like what type? Like, or
Yeah, absolutely. Is that are you casting that as a spell, or are you using that through your new
invocation, Eldritch Sight? So it's free, no spell slot.
Did you have that before your new magical object, or is that something you added because of
That's something I had before. Oh, but now I also have like an additional thing.
Okay. Then yeah, you can use it through your invocation. Yeah, that's how you want to use it. And yeah, you can detect some evocation magic on this hammer.
Okay. Yeah, she'll mention it and then sort of like put the hammer back in the bag.
Fair enough. You are approaching evening. Is there anything anyone wants to do before like evening hits? Are you all planning to just kind of do what you're doing now until time for rest, or?
If my wyvern gets tired at any point, I would like to maybe try and finish that holy symbol for Brielle.
Okay.
Sylra would probably be looking for some food. She'd probably be hungry by now.
That's
Fair
fair.
enough.
Also dinner.
Like,
Also dinner.
when have they last eaten?
Wren would like to check on Brielle. I don't know. She'll give her like a couple hours and then try to lure her wyvern over to the area that Brielle was sitting to write in, and she is just like,
Actually, Ren, sorry, can I get an insight check from you?
nope.
'Cause
Yeah.
Ren is particularly insightful. I don't think most of the others are. If I'm not
+5.
mistaken.
I've got a +5.
Fair enough.
But I'm not proficient.
Oh,
I
got
also
a
have a
+5.
+5
okay.
in the tower.
Sure, thanks. Okay, carry on.
Hate
Okay.
that.
Then yeah, she's just like, did if it seems like Brielle's still like fully writing, then she doesn't, but she will wait somewhere nearby, and when it does seem like Brielle's like getting up or whatever, she's like, did that seem to help at all?
I think I can think a little clearer. I don't know how the spell paper works, but it's got to do something. Maybe it'll just like make them all disappear. Oh gosh, what if it makes them all happen? Oh, that's worrying me now.
I don't think that's
She's
how
gonna
that
write
works.
that down on her page. We're good. We're good. No, we're good. We're good.
Sorry, what were you doing to the page at that moment?
Wren or me?
You. Wren didn't do anything to a
So
page.
she was freaking out, wondering if, like, by writing all her worries on this magic paper, they would come true. And then she's like, oh God, now I'm worried about that. So then she writes on the paper, spell paper making worries come to life to get it out of her head. And now she's not worried about it.
Got it. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. That's how it works. I know magic.
Right. Well, I mean, usually with those sorts of things, you would have to reference it and cast magic from it. Maybe now that you've placed them there, you could destroy it and they'll be gone for good.
That's a good idea. Maybe I could throw it in the forge. And then letting everything go so that I can focus on the forge.
I think that's a good idea. Letting all of your worries go into the place that you'll be spending time.
Do you want to write one on here too, just for good luck?
I think I have a few I could probably write on there. And
Okay.
yeah, she'll take it. And Wren is gonna. She writes. Her thoughts are definitely much more concise than the scrawling that Brielle has done, and she has to find a little place that doesn't have a worry on it, which is very difficult to find on this piece. But she finds something like 3 small areas, and she writes. The first one would be having to go back home without any of my friends would be the first one that she writes. And then the second one would be failing at my current mission. And then the third one, there's a little bit of flush through her cheeks. She writes this one. She's like, not having things unfold with Garrick. And she's going to very quickly close the paper up and hand it to Brielle so she can.
I don't get my bingo square. Brielle will respect that. She would not open it. Feel better?
A little bit, yeah.
Okay. I think it's time I should try. I mean, the workday's kind of ending soon, so I really have to go now. Are you okay to watch for a little longer?
Yeah.
Thanks, Wren. And she'll give Wren a hug. Here's hoping. I'm just gonna wave the paper and like run over if I sure and ask if she can throw this piece of paper in the forge.
Yeah, you head down there and you can see that Fishura is already packing up her tools. She kind of just goes, I don't care, throw it in.
Thank you.
And as you toss it in, you actually see that it erupts in this plume of green flame.
I'm so sorry. I didn't know it would do that.
You cannot hurt our forge. It is perfect.
Okay, watch it go out. Do that to me. I guess I'm too late.
It is time to stop working, but it seems that it is time to celebrate once again. Tonight we celebrate my sister's life.
You okay to do that?
I am okay. It is not easy, but it is no longer about her death. Her life was full. She was a forge master and very talented, and I can see it through with my new forge sister at my side. She gives you like a sort of smile that's suggesting you're not supposed to leave her.
Well, if she was your sister, that makes her my sister too. So we'll both celebrate tonight.
Good. We will drink until we are no longer conscious. And she like hooks her arm in yours and drags you towards the celebration.
Yeah, okay.
And I think on that note, we're going to call it a night.
Oh, that's not going to be trouble at all.
Sylra is
wild
going to be
chicks,
so
Rhowan?
happy.
You want me to cast protection from poison on you?
I already resist poison damage.
There you go.
But you're not immune to the poisoned condition, right?
I'm not, no.
Good to know.
This is how Brielle dies.
I've got lesser restoration prepared. I'm pretty sure that's what you need to get rid of a hangover.
There's probably a diamond somewhere there too.
Yeah, I've got hella diamonds. Thanks to our
You're gonna
Genasi
be-
friends.
Bye.
I would like to continue to have hella diamonds, but they're there.
Well, you know, if the Bodaks don't get you, the Genasi liquor will. So.
Yeah, whatever they drink does. This is
Which
made
nobody has
from
identified
rocks.
yet.
It's made from distilled rocks.
Yeah, it's fermented stone. How does that work? Nobody knows.
It hits like a brick because it is bricks.
You should do their ad campaign, man. Oh man, that was a fun session. You guys are fantastic. And even though I threw something that could just kill you like that at you, you all came out fine. So obviously, I'm still holding back. I'm just gonna have to.
It's the liquor.
Well, you know, Huntress's monster is still out there somewhere. And,
Oh, no.
Yeah, we'll see what that does.
Lurking, waiting.
However, I will say, I was going to try to do a narrative, but we kind of ended on them just getting into the party and everything like that. But I will say that you're going to level up. Yep, you've got to level up coming. So level 9,
Yeah.
right?
Should we go ahead and do it or wait?
Go ahead and do it. No, go ahead and do it. Yeah. You're going to get a long rest before anything could... I mean, unless you're planning on starting a fight here.
Brielle
really.
might. You never know.
Depends how drunk I get.
Is Brielle being drunk?
No, I feel like Brielle is just the one that's like, well, you're going to be best friends with you because you're both wearing plaid shirts, and I feel like you would like be the best of best friends.
And then later, I love you guys.
Thank you so much. Wren, you're
Yeah, Ben,
so
to answer your
pretty.
question, Huntress has helped me with a couple of monsters in this campaign already, and she gave the inspiration for and helped me stat out a monster that definitely exists in this vicinity for the time being. We'll see what happens with that.
Alrighty.